What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Knicks Latest. We are here to talk headlines, rumors, all that good stuff with your New York Knicks. It is the offseason, which means rumors are going to be flying with no head coach, with a roster that's up in the air. We don't know what the Knicks want to do with their core. There are going to be rumors and headlines every day, and we're here to bring that for you every day. Today, kicking it off, Yahoo Sports reporting that possibly the Los Angeles Lakers would be interested in a Mikal Bridges for Austin Reaves swap. This is something that if the Knicks decide that they want to move Mikal, it kind of is possible. It would have been more possible if the Lakers were to sign DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith, but he signed with the Houston Rockets. The deal in the Yahoo Sports article had Austin Reaves and DFS for Mikal Bridges and a first-rounder. In order for the Knicks to get Austin Reaves, they would need to find someone else on the Lakers to match Mikal Bridges' contract. Mikal set to make basically $25 million this year, where Austin Reaves is basically set to make $15 million. You would have to find an extra $10 million in salary cap to send over to the Knicks to make that deal work. Now, is this possible? I don't know. I don't know what direction the Knicks are looking to go to as far as like this core. There has been talk that they want to break up the Karl-Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, or Josh Hart core. Maybe they're looking to explore moving that in the offseason, but I genuinely don't know what they would do before they hire a head coach, right? If you get a head coach who wants those players, you keep them. If you get a head coach who thinks that they can work without them, maybe you move. I think that has more to I think that's the first ball to drop here is the head coach, and then we go from there. As far as Austin Reaves being a target, I would like Austin Reaves, but I don't know what the Lakers are thinking about Austin Reaves right now. He's somebody who is highly coveted by them, by the organization, by the fans. They love him. Somebody who's due for an extension, not this year, but the year after. I don't think the Lakers are going to be rushing to move him right away. This is not a contract year for him, so you can keep him and then maybe move him next year, depending on what you think happens this year. We've also LeBron James opt into his contract, and there has been rumors that LeBron James might want out of Los Angeles. Another report came out today saying that the Lakers are basically treating LeBron James's contract like it's an expiring deal, which means he could go in the offseason or he can go at the trade deadline. So, there are a lot of question marks for the Lakers organization as well, just like there's a lot of question marks for the Knicks organization. So an Austin Reaves for Mikal Bridges swap, whatever it would be or whatever that would look like, is it possible? Yeah, it's possible, but I do think that the Knicks and Lakers would be very, very far away from that happening. I think the Lakers are also a team that can vie for someone like Mitchell Robinson. They do need a center, a defensive center to protect the rim, and Mitch's name has been thrown out there his whole tenure as a New York Knicks, so it wouldn't surprise me if the Lakers and Knicks down the road, maybe it's not in the offseason, maybe it's down by the trade line, maybe they make some type of move together. I don't know, but this is just a rumor that has popped up specifically on Yahoo Sports, maybe something that both teams would like to explore. For me, I don't know yet. I need to see who the coach is. I need to know what the philosophy of the coach is and what he thinks the roster looks like and how it should look like and how it should be used. I think a big reason why Mikal struggled last year was because he wasn't incorporated in the offense. As much as I love Jalen Brunson, it's a very heliocentric Jalen Brunson offense with Mikal not touching the ball like he's used to touching the ball in spots that he's not used to touching it. So I'm willing to give Mikal Bridges another year. We gave up 5 draft picks for him. You might as well, see what you can get from him and maybe trade him at the deadline if things are still not working out with the new coach. Speaking of the new coach, still don't have one. Still don't know what that looks like. For me, I think it's going to be Mike Brown. Apparently had a second interview. Went well. I know Taylor Jenkins is up for another interview. Micah Norrie is also up for another interview. So those are dark horses right now. Dawn Staley was in the picture for a little bit, but I don't think that's a realistic option. Her never coaching in the NBA. I don't think the Knicks front office is willing to take a chance on somebody who does not have experience with not just NBA players, but with men. It's completely different. I don't think they're willing to take a chance with a roster that's ready to win now a championship with a coach who's never coached in the league or even close to that level. I think it's going to be somebody like a Mike Brown who they trust, or a Taylor Jenkins who their reputation, what you're getting from them. But the more that I read and the more reports that I see, it's looking more and more likely that Mike Brown is their guy. It's his job to lose. But again, they haven't announced it yet, so until they announce it, it's up in the air. I'll keep saying this, as long as you keep coming to this show and watching this, I'm going to repeat the same thing. If you're going to fire Tom Thibodeau to kind of take a lateral step, it didn't really make sense to me unless he lost the locker room, and that's what I'm assuming happened here. Mike Brown, out of all the coaches who are available right now, is probably the closest to Tom Thibodeau as far as scheme and strategy. So maybe you don't look to veer too far from that. You just needed a new voice and maybe a new coach in the locker room that players respect and will listen to. And I think that's why they'd probably go with Mike Brown if that was my guess. All right, listen, we're going to be going over rumors, headlines, all that good stuff, whether they're true or not. If it pops up in the news, I'm going to be reviewing it, so check that out. Make sure you subscribe, drop a comment. We'll see you tomorrow for the episode of Knicks Latest. Peace.